So let's move from the word judgment, move into the word conclusion, because that's what we're doing when we judge, right? We're reaching a conclusion based on limited information. This person is in Miami Dolphins hot shorts and they're not wearing a stethoscope. I have concluded they're not a real doctor, right? That's essentially what we're doing.
Yeah. And then I get a little dopamine.
Because you feel like you
feel
won.
powerful, right?
Right? So,
and in a sense, you get addicted to conclusions.
sort of, but what ends up what you're not realizing, or what some people don't realize, is that you're falling into a pattern of human survivalist behavior. Remember we talked about being cavemen? Cavemen wanted to go outside of their cave, look around, and in the distance they see a boulder with fur on it, so then they're like, that's a saber-toothed tiger. I'm staying in my cave, right? It's a survival instinct. Those snap judgments, those snap conclusions are a tool that are outdated. We used to need them to keep ourselves alive. We don't need them anymore. But we have evolved technologically and socially faster than we have evolved biologically. So now we have these judgments and snap judgments and conclusions working against us. So what CIA trains us to do is something called assessment. Assessment is essentially a never conclusive loop of information gathering, right? So you sit with somebody and you're taking on all the same information, but you're not reaching any conclusions. This person's talking aggressively. This person seems angry. Like their body language is this, their verbal language is this, their tonality is this, the word choice is whatever it might be. This is all assessment data. So instead of reaching the conclusion that they're insecure and pompous, or reaching the conclusion that they're a jerk and I need to defend myself, instead, we just continue looking for more information, right? You seem really upset about this. Can you tell me why, right? What about this makes you so frustrated, right? Because now people are going to give more information. The game in intelligence is a game of information superiority. You've heard of air superiority, littoral or maritime superiority, ground superiority, weapon superiority, strategic superiority. This is information superiority. The person with the most information wins the battlefield. So we keep ourselves from reaching conclusions by creating constant assessments. Now, what you learn today and what you assess the situation to be today can be totally different tomorrow, because between today and tomorrow, new information has arrived. You see what I'm saying? So when you give yourself the space to make constant assessments, you're constantly collecting information. The secondary effect of that is the other person never feels judged, right?
Which then they give you more information.
They give you more information and they have a positive experience with you, which makes them want to be around you, which creates loyalty to you, right? Just like we talked about earlier. Because everybody else they're talking to, guess what everybody else is doing? Judging them and making them feel judged, right? The superpower to judgment is twofold. One, when you don't judge, the person you're not judging naturally becomes more comfortable around you and they build more trust in you. The second thing is that's the superpower, is you know that they don't get that anywhere else. Everybody else in their life is judging them. Their own freaking mother is judging them. Their own dad is judging them, right? You're the only person that's giving them permission to just be themselves. And you're showing natural interest and curiosity in them. It's why you dominated in your job earlier when you were saying that you just had a natural curiosity about people. I bet that included people who walked in angry and people who walked in happy. You were still naturally curious. It's hard for people to resist.
Freedom! So fresh, so new. Freedom!